Corporate responsibility is a hot topic these days as well. And I think the mission model canvas is a great tool to harness that. Mm-hmm. Is there also a business model in corporate responsibility? Because I think that's where a lot of companies are struggling these days.
So, I have an opinion on corporate social responsibility. I think because we call it corporate social responsibility and it's a separate thing in a separate budget, it's the easiest thing to cut. I believe every company's role should be to create 4 types of value. One is for the customer, because otherwise you disappear. One is for the company, again, because otherwise you disappear if you don't have, get some money out of the money you invest. The third is actually for employees. So if you have people who have a great life at your company, they're not under stress, they're not at risk of burning out, guess what's going to happen? You're going to create a better society. That in itself is already a big responsibility. And we're seeing it today. People are running away from crappy jobs and not just crappy jobs, but crappy companies that have a terrible culture. So that is already a corporate social responsibility in the company. And the fourth one, I'm a big believer that there is corporate citizenship and that companies actually do need to seriously consider their role in society. And it's a different kind of capitalism than we might see, in some parts of the world. In other parts of the world, we're moving towards a better type of capitalism. So I believe it needs to be inside the DNA of the company. And my hope is, and I'm a bit naive, my hope is that people will vote with their feet. They're going to go to the companies that do have a true why, right? So I believe it needs to be in the core. And I also believe that many companies are now asking themselves, how can they create business models with an impact, not corporate social responsibility, which is often at the expense of profit. And that's why it can get cut so easily. So I believe in weaving it into the DNA of the company. Number one, by just creating a great workplace. That's a huge contribution to society. It's probably better than most of the CSR topics, investments. And then the other one is weaving, positive impact in the world into the DNA of your company. So when you create more profits, you actually create a better world. And I do think we're seeing some of that moving in that direction right now, given the world, kind of the world state we're in. We might move away from that for a while, but I do think, over the longer term, there's no way we can't have better corporations, because otherwise, the climate crisis is gonna show us the way on its own.